What's up, nerds and nerdettes and we little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming! So, Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. So I got a game I want to talk to you about, and I'd like to get started talking about that game because actually I haven't played this game in about a year, and I'm a little upset when I realize it's been so long since I played this game. So, why don't we start talking about it? Specter Ops, Shadows of Babel. Yeah, so I'm surprised I haven't told you guys about this game on Tabletop Takeout beforehand, tell you the truth. It's come up, it's been mentioned a couple of times. I did a Monday monologue on a subject that this game fell into. And that subject is something that I call the fifth player shift. Now, the fifth player shift, what it is when you have a game that plays up to 4 players, and it's going to be 1 versus 3, but it's called a fifth player shift because if you add a fifth player to it, then one of the players is helping out the 1 versus all. It's a traitor. It adds a traitor mechanism. Nobody on the team knows who exactly the traitor is. The only one that knows is the secret agent. So this game takes place in the near future, a dark, dystopic future. And in this future, the evil company Roxxon, not Roxxon, that's Marvel, Roxxon, they're up to no good. And one player sneaks in as an agent to try to accomplish 3 goals and then escape without getting caught. I first played a game called Scotland Yard when I was a kid. And this is a sci-fi update of that game. An awesome sci-fi update, if I may add. Of course, it made it to Tabletop Tuesday Takeout. Too much alliteration. Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. Now, my favorite part of this game is being the agent, being the one that's being hunted. Same thing when I was a kid playing Scotland Yard. I had a little thing I did in Scotland Yard. Doesn't seem to work out as well in Specter Op because of the way the map and the board is set up. But in Scotland Yard, I used to have a great tactic. I used to throw Anthony and Ray and Dennis. I used to throw all my friends off when I was a kid, and I was backtracking. Haven't had a lot of success backtracking in Specter Ops, which is good because it makes you think more on the fly. Every move you are making secretly. This is a secret movement game, and you're going to have your own pad, if you're the agent, you're going to have your own pad to keep track of your movements. Now, also, the agent gets a series of special cards. And these cards allow the agent to have special abilities, and they will differ depending on which agent you pick. And even the agents you pick will be able to choose different sets of cards. Each agent has their own set they can pick from, and there's also a general pile of cards for the agents to choose from. Now, the hunters, they don't have any special cards. Trust me, they do not need them. Now, I think this game plays best in 2 ways. I think this game plays best, first of all, as a 3-player game with 1 person as the agent and 2 people as the hunter. That's a great system. It doesn't overtax either of the 2 parties, the hunters or the agent, too much in the game. If you want a bigger game, though, you're going to want to jump this up to 5. Because then you get the traitor thrown in, and that aspect really takes the game to another level. I think this is the kind of game that really needs to hit the table more often. I think this is the kind of game that more people need to be playing. In fact, every time I bring this game somewhere outside of the nerd wasteland, most notably the last 2 times that I was at a board game party hosted by the board game renegade Jeremiah himself, I had this game with me. Now, the first time I brought this game with me, it didn't get played, but man, it get asked about so much. If it wasn't for the fact that I had other games out being played at the time, it would have hit the table right then. And the second time I went to one of his parties, I couldn't help it. There's so much being asked about. Emerson, the creator of the game, was there, so I got a chance to meet him, and somebody really wanted to understand the game, so we broke it down, we played it, and everyone had a freaking awesome time. Let me tell you that right now. So this is the kind of game I think really needs more attention, especially now because I'm not 100% sure. I got to check the date. Maybe I should have done that before I started this. Sorry about that. But I do know that there is a standalone expansion coming out any month now for this game. And in that, it's a different board with different characters as far as agent and hunters go. From what I've read, it's mix and matchable. So you can have both these games and you can delve into them for the hunters, for the agents, and for the cards you want to use in that particular game. Now, I said it comes with a different board. Hold on a second. You got to take a look at this board. This is one of the most beautifully illustrated boards I have ever seen, ever seen in my 40 plus years of board gaming and tabletopping. Let me tell you that. And it's not just the beautiful artwork. The artwork itself is very gorgeous to look at. It is thematically perfect for the game. But what really gets it is the way artistically it was done with the lighting effects. And on top of that, you add on the spot UV that they have on the board. It makes the lighting effect pop amazingly so, which is what makes this visually one of the most beautiful boards I've ever seen. And for what I've seen so far of the standalone expansion, that's going to be just as beautiful. Get this game. Get this game, get it to the table. Like I said, you're probably going to have best with 3 or with 5, okay? Stick with those numbers. 4 is okay, but it can get a little bogged down. Until you are used to being an agent, until you're used to thinking like that and moving around the board and knowing what's going on, you might want to keep it to just 1 agent and 2 hunters until you do the 5-player game, as I said, and you get that traitor involved. The only one that knows who the traitor is the agent, because he gives out the cards as to who's going to be a hunter and who's going to be an agent. It worked out great. Very first game I ever played with it, actually, I was the beast hunter. Actually, I wasn't the agent the first time I played. I was the beast hunter, which is a giant genetically made werewolf, and we actually had a guest player that day. One of my old 20-sided warriors, Kyle, had a buddy of his from his hometown down, and we let him sit in on the game, and he decided to choose me to be a secret agent because he thought I knew the game intimately well when that was actually my first game. But we won. Not only did we win, but they did not even know I was a traitor. Literally, and I'm using that word correctly, not figuratively. They literally did not know that I was a traitor until the very last move where the agent escaped. It was only 2 moves before that they even discovered the agent. And the agent's figure was put on the board. Until then, the agent just keeps track of everything, on their pad. So that was fantastic fun, and that was what hooked everyone that we wanted to keep playing this game. So, my friends, I'm telling you, you want to go check out Specter Ops by Plaid Hat Games. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. The Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Thank you for checking us out on Facebook. Thank you for checking us out on Twitter. And of course, thank you all for subscribing to us here on YouTube, for liking us, and for commenting. As I said, I'm your buddy Big Johnny G, and